Well, good morning. Jim Sunderwirth here, coming to you from the swing again. From the swing again. I'm coming to you from the swing again. I got me a new song going. I think I got it from somewhere else. Anyway, we're talking about something very, very important in relationship with God, and it's coming from the Old Testament. Now, you got to realize. Now, listen what the New Testament says. Now, 1 Corinthians 10:11 says, "Now all things happen to us, and then to them, in the Old Testament, for examples, and they're written for our admonition." These are written for admonition. Oh, what is that? A crane?
Sandhill crane.
Sandhill crane. You may be hearing some Sandhill crane today. I was here this morning and studying before all this happened, and I was just sitting here and I looked up, and there was a bobcat about the size of a medium-sized dog. I'm telling you, right outside my door. I took pictures. I did.
Staring back at you.
I mean, we're living in nature here, I guarantee. I wish I could have turned the camera on and let you see that bobcat all the time. Anyway, you know what? And I have a healthy fear of him.
Yes,
And we're talking about what God said there in the 20th chapter. We talked about it yesterday. He said, "Now do not fear." Okay, but do not fear, but then do not fear, but then he said, have a healthy fear of God, because if you have a healthy fear of God, it'll keep you from sinning.
Yeah.
Now, there's other things that happen. Now, remember this. It said in Psalms 111:10, he said, the beginning, fear the Lord, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Now, in our culture, we really lift up knowledge. I'm telling you, if you know a lot of stuff, people said, "Wow, he's got a degree in this, or he's got his master's, or he's got his doctorate," or they talk about knowledge and how important it is to know something. But remember this, and I wrote this down. It says this: knowledge is the accumulation of information. If you know something, you've accumulated information, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So then you have understanding is the interpretation of that information. So you get the information, and you get knowledge, you accumulate information, then you begin to understand it so you can interpret that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes life really work, is you know something and then you know how it works. And but wisdom is the application of that information. So we have the knowledge which comes along, and we accumulate information. Understanding is interpreting that information, and then wisdom is the ability to apply it to our lives in the best way possible for both those people that we are in contact with and ourselves. Wisdom, the ability to skillfully maneuver through life, not embarrassing yourself or causing distress in others. Wow, that's one aspect. That's one definition of wisdom. But I'm glad that wisdom also gives you the ability to see consequences. And what God wants to do, he said, how does that begin? First of all, wisdom comes from the Lord. Wisdom comes from God. And now, if you don't believe in God, or you don't fear him, or you don't honor him, you're not going to get that kind of wisdom. Only wisdom you can get is what you can accumulate by yourself or how you watch others. But you cannot get enough wisdom just by your own experience or just watching others. You need your own experience. You need watching others, and you need God to give you the wisdom you need, because it'll keep you from sinning. It'll keep you from missing the mark. It'll keep you from living a life that would honor and glorify God. I found these scriptures that's so important. He says, we get love and mercy out of fearing and honoring the Lord. Love and mercy from fearing and honoring the Lord. It's an amazing thing to realize. It's Psalms 103, verse 11. He says that mercy comes when we honor the Lord, and we find, let me look for it real quick, because it's very, very important that we understand that wisdom comes. It says, as the heavens are as high above the earth, so great is the mercies toward those who fear him. God doesn't want us scared of him, but he wants us to realize how powerful he is, how magnificent he is. My dad never wanted me to fear him, but he wanted me to respect him to the point where when he said something, I knew that I must obey him, because I didn't want the consequences of him having to put the hand of direction on my seat of whatever it was. Because he wanted to get the point across. I don't want you to run across that street. I love you too much. You better fear me so you don't have to fear that or have an experience of what it means. You need to understand that. So God's mercy is great to be able to share with us that he loves us, and we honor him and we fear him because that keeps us from sinning. Okay? That's one part. We'll talk a little more tomorrow, okay? These things go by fast, don't they? Yeah, don't remember. Don't remember. Please remember. Pray for wisdom, pray for favor, ask God for humility, and always respect others. That's wisdom.